Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Welcome back, my Googles and Goblins, to another edition of your weekly horror movie podcast, Reely Scared, right here on Who Are They? Real Entertainment. You know, she wanted to be real coy and secretive about this, but it literally says both of our names in the corner. So right about now, I'll introduce my favorite ghoul, who's joining me in the same frame tonight, Jessica Nieves.
Hi.
A great reveal.
Hello.
A great twist. How are you this evening?
I'm great. How are you, babe?
Couldn't be better. Glad to be back. Glad to be doing the show tonight on a summery, sunny evening.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel too creepy yet, but maybe we'll get there eventually. Or maybe not. I feel like it's a bit now, but we're going to try to make this a quick show. Not quick, just not super long-winded, but now it just feels like an inside joke that I say that because we'll probably get to 2.5 still somehow. But I think we got a nice, lean, streamlined show. Just a couple news items, got a couple trailers, and then got 2 movies to discuss tonight. Blumhouse and Hulu's Into the Dark series, the movies Good Boy and the current Occupant. But we're not going to have to do it by ourselves, and you know we wouldn't have to. Of course, we're always joined by the almighty Connor Breedlove.
How's it going?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be, we say it's going to be short, but I said the same thing today, and Olivia was like, you say that, but you always go off the rails. You're buying alcohol. It's probably not going to end by 9. And I was like, you have a point.
I think we could do it. I was looking at tonight's notes, and I was like, I don't think they've ever been this short before.
Yeah, they've never been this short.
Yeah. Didn't have to edit down the news. I was like, this is just what we got to talk about. No big deal, you know?
Yeah.
So
we'll
see.
We'll see.
We're capable of rambling. And speaking of rambling, it's not just 2 squares on the screen tonight, at least for now, because we got to bring in, sometimes known as producer Matt, but tonight he's coming right on screen, baby. Here he is, Matt Thomas.
What's up, everyone?
Welcome to the show. We had to bring him in because I think he's got some news and some insight on something I don't really have much info in, but we'll get to that.
Probably a couple things.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Well, we got to keep it relevant.
Yep, it's still relevant.
We got to keep it on task.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stay the course, as we always do. But before we get to that, before we stay the course, we'll stick to our regimen and start the show, as we always do, by figuring out what we've been watching this week. So I'll bring it over to Matt Thomas first. What have you been watching this week, friend?
So this week, before this, I was watching Batman Returns with my lovely girlfriend because she has never seen it before. She she's slowly warming up to Batman. She's like, Batman's overrated.
Warming up to Batman?
Yeah, that's my reaction to it.
I didn't know Batman had warming up.
Like, I thought you just were born ready for Batman.
No, like she wanted to watch Batman Forever before Batman Returns, and I said, nah, that's not happening. But other than you said what?
What did she think of Batman Returns?
We're like halfway through because we started before the New Mutants thing, which we'll get into later. And then we started for a little bit, and I saw that Best Buy is closing soon, and the deal was we would go get Batman Forever. I'm like, oh wait, they're the ones who have it right now, so let's get over there because I got a $15 gift card and we can have fun with that. But they were sold out of it, so she's picking it up tomorrow. No biggie. But yeah.
Got to study those non-DCEU DC films, right?
Yeah, exactly. but other than that, it's been studying films and the Legend of Korra, because everyone was freaking out about it coming to Netflix, this, that, and the other, and I'm sitting over here like, yeah, but if you buy CBS All Access, you can always have it, even when it's no longer on Netflix. So just like they've had Avatar: The Last Airbender for the last 2 years, and everybody's freaking out that we didn't have it.
How tired are you of Avatar?
I'm sick of it.
But you have kids. Just wait till Korra comes on, then you'll have new lore of it to learn. Which the lore of it's been interesting, but
new lore for you.
Oh my
New
God.
lore,
That's what you wanted, right? You wanted some new lore.
But other than those two things, I've been watching. I've been trying to watch Cursed. It's not good.
No, you don't like
Yeah, we're never gonna talk about this show ever.
Listen, Connor, you just want to do a
Watch
quick
it.
review right now. You just want to do a quick review right now because it's like it's.
I've
such
only
a-
watched one episode and
I've
I
watched
gave up on it.
3. I've
Oh,
watched
really?
3. It's so bad. It is.
I watched one episode. I gave up on it.
That's disappointing.
Yeah,
It is-
I know Matt likes the Arthurian legend stuff, right?
Yeah.
I thought it looked really good.
Mhm.
It's CW. It's CW level.
Oh, we know how you feel about
Yeah.
As someone who actually likes the CW stuff, I will say it's CW level, and I don't like it. It like the effects are cool, and everything, but like the rest, it's just it's not good. It's not good.
No.
That's a shame.
It's here. Let me put it this way. There were the night I really tried to watch it. I thought I got through 4 episodes because of how long it felt. I only got through 2.
Whoops.
Oh. How long are the episodes?
An hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how good of it. That's how good it is. It feels like you've been watching it for 4 hours and it's only been 2. So yay!
Yeah. Don't bother.
Don't waste your time.
Wow.
Okay. Good
But
to
yeah,
know.
that's what I've watched this week. Just plugging along, studying along. 2001: Space Odysseys tonight, and then a movie I've seen like once in my life, and then maybe some lightheartedness of Power Rangers afterwards. We'll see.
Oh my god.
We going Mighty Morphin, or are we going?
Oh, that's the only way you go. Mighty Morphin all the way.
Yep. That's what it looked like.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What have you been watching, Connor?
I watched not a lot, but a few weirder films on the Peacock streaming service.
Okay. One of these people, guys.
I watched Law Abiding Citizen
Oh, that's good.
Oh, with
with Gerard Butler and Jamie Foxx, which is it's a good film.
Yeah.
I like it.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people, it got pooped on when it came out, but
Yeah.
I like it. I revisit it often. I also watched Bad Lieutenant, Portugal, New Orleans,
Oh, that's
with Nick Cage.
I don't know that
His
one.
soul's still dancing. His soul's still dancing. Such a strange scene. And then I started watching this movie called Make Me a Martyr. That's the Marilyn Manson movie. Well, he's in it. It's not about Marilyn Manson, but he plays like this hitman, and he's a really good fucking actor. Like, I remember when the movie came out, there was a lot of buzz because like it was his first acting role, and he's fucking great.
Really?
Like, it's crazy how like overlooked this movie was, especially with his performance, because he scared the shit out of me. Like, he's good. So if you get a chance, I believe it's Peacock is free. Like, there's a free tier for it,
Yeah.
and I believe that's on it. So you can check it out. It's really good. So that's what I've been watching.
The only Marilyn Manson role that I recall having seen was he voiced the alien in the PS2 game Area 51. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all remember that one?
This is not something I'm familiar with.
Great game.
Oh my god, I almost confused him for Alice Cooper in Dark Shadows.
He was also, wasn't he in Sons of Anarchy as well? I didn't see that, but
Oh shit, he was in Sons of Anarchy.
I never
He was
watched
playing, like
Sons.
last season. I forgot about that.
Sons of Anarchy either.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy is good.
I never watched that.
Yeah, it's a good show.
What have you been watching, honey?
Sounds like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I don't watch that show. I just hear it and I hate it.
Wait, why do you hate it?
I just find it so annoying.
Why though? Why?
Yeah, I don't like it either. I'll
Connor,
I'll
I'll say
join
this.
in and say
Connor,
that
I'll
I
say
don't
this.
like
Legend of Korra is probably more for you because that one's more story focused and
even
more
then,
adult.
like I don't know. I probably wouldn't like it.
Wow.
I think it's one of those shows that I think at like 8 or 9 I probably would have really enjoyed, or like 10, 11, 12 I probably would. But like even like Pokemon, I can't watch Pokemon now. I just don't have.
See, but are you talking about the newer Pokemon or the older Pokemon that you can't watch? Because I can.
Pokemon.
Whoa. Taylor, I think that's a red flag because I know you can go back and watch the old stuff, no issue. I think that's a red flag. Yeah, you.
Can't do.
I've not done that.
Hey, Matt, I had a Pokemon themed birthday.
So did I.
I was a huge fan when I was.
Wait,
I just can't do
did
it now.
did you not like Detective Pikachu?
She so much so it was our first date movie,
Oh wow,
and she loved it.
it is a fantastic movie.
On the way up,
It is underrated.
this is the first movie we saw together.
It's the complete opposite of what happened.
She was
Oh,
like,
you hated it.
special movie together.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening in this movie?
I loved it. I love Detective
It
Pikachu.
is a very underrated film.
Here, as Bulbasaur came out.
Yes. Oh my god, the Bulbasaurs.
Bulbasaur's, yes.
They were so cute.
Yes.
Okay, yes, the Bulbasaurs did get me. I will admit that.
They were like a
Jenny's
bunch of,
head
like,
just shot up
awkward
because she heard
puppies.
Bulbasaur.
All right,
They
we're
were
going
so
off the
cute.
rails a little bit. We're going
No,
off the rails.
this was in my notes. We're fine.
All right. What have you guys been watching?
Yeah, continue.
So we did go to the drive-in, and we saw The Shining and The Poltergeist. First time seeing those movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry you had to sit through that 2-hour, 45-minute piss poor excuse of a great film.
Yeah, we were there till
What?
2:30 in the morning.
The fuck did you just say?
Piss poor excuse of great. What do you mean?
I only think it's okay. I think it's overhyped. I didn't love it. It's
Shining?
okay. Yeah, Shining.
I mean, it's okay. You can be wrong sometimes. What did you?
Yeah, it's okay to be wrong, Matt.
What did you? Yes.
Okay. Well, the Poltergeist, I laughed a lot during the Poltergeist, but I think it was just because,
Poltergeist is fun.
yeah, it was
It's a fun movie.
It was a fun movie. I will say though, the meat part.
I've never seen Poltergeist, so.
Okay, I won't say anything, but I really thought I was gonna puke.
Well, it is,
That part.
well, I will say something. It is interesting that the moving, gyrating meat got her, but not the man peeling his own face off 1 minute later.
But I mean, the special effects though is what I mean. You can tell that it's not an actual person, like face melting off.
Yeah,
the meat and then the maggots. That is what got me. That was disgusting.
It surprised me that was the moment that got you so hard, was maggot meat.
I believe we're talking about the old one, Oshi Fancy.
Yes, we're talking about the original
Yes,
Poltergeist.
the original. Yes,
Okay.
yes. It wasn't the newer one.
Yeah.
Yes.
The original.
The
Spielberg.
Sam Rockwell reimagining.
Yeah, we did not see that.
No. Taylor did ask me after we watched both of them what I liked about the films. And
Well, I asked it if you liked them.
if I liked them, and I said I'm having a really hard time picking things that I liked about the films, but that's just because I have a really hard time with films that involve children being tortured, abducted.
So I take it you're not showing her Dr. Sleep.
And this was a double feature film of that.
I cannot watch Dr. Sleep. It's just because I have kids of my own, so
Right.
I portray my kids being abducted or being tortured or anything like that. So it's just hard as a mom watching those kinds of films. So
go to the ghost closet.
Yeah.
Or room 237 for that matter.
It was very hard.
I really don't have much to contribute to the what are you watching other than this, because I've not had time to watch anything else. But
boy, I feel you on that.
I will say this is my favorite time I've ever watching The Shining, which we've discussed as an all-time favorite for me and probably my favorite horror movie, period.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite time ever watching it because I've only ever seen it at home. So seeing it on a proper big screen, it's a drive-in, but
I saw it at Cedar Lee.
I know it was Cedar Lee like a year or so ago. Yeah.
Yeah, we went to that. Me and Liv, because that's Liv's favorite horror film, as well. So we went to see that at Cedar Lee on film, and that was my favorite experience seeing it because it was just fantastic.
It really is so much better seeing it in a typical context. And I always kind of underestimated just how good, because I know it worked on you, the soundtrack and the sound design.
Well, see, the sound design is like I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I thought it was okay. I had to.
Yeah, that's what got me was the music.
Yes,
was just so intense.
Yeah,
I was stressed out the entire movie. I could not sit still throughout the entire movie. Composer Wendy Carlos and Rachel Elkind. Oh my gosh, they did a fantastic job. Holy cow. Because what was it? He could be walking down the hallway or typing in the hallway, but the music made you feel like somebody was going to get murdered, but then it would go into like Thursday. Like all of a sudden, so you would get this adrenaline high, and then it would peak up, but then you would not get any kind of result, or it wouldn't be resolved or anything, so it would just fall off completely, and then it was just to completely plateau, and then you would just feel that constantly until the very end of the movie, where it would just you would get that result. And it was
Matt, are you doing scratch offs?
No, I was erasing this.
Okay, I was like, wait, is he just taking time on the podcast to do his scratch offs?
No, I didn't have a napkin, so I just used this piece of paper. And it worked. So.
I will have to say that The Shining is more than just an okay movie.
It's a very well made technical film. I can see why filmmakers such as Steven Spielberg don't like it. I just thought it was okay.
I think it's.
And Spielberg has gone on record saying he does hate The Shining. Just making that clear.
Well,
are you thinking of Stephen King?
You're thinking of Stephen King.
No, Steven Spielberg actually has gone on record saying he does not like The Shining.
Steven Spielberg had nothing to do with The Shining.
I know, but I'm talking as a viewer, he's gone on record saying that was my least favorite Kubrick film.
It's okay. Steven Spielberg's wrong sometimes too.
Yeah, he made Quibi. I want to shout out Oshi Fancy. Thank you for watching at work.
Yeah,
that takes some balls. So thank you.
Yeah, I just now caught her in the chat here. Thanks for joining us. And she did bring up, I think she was talking about probably the Poltergeist Shining, or Poltergeist as well.
Yeah, notoriously cursed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Poltergeist is sort of dealing with actual supposed supernatural things on set, and The Shining was dealing with the absolute madman Stanley Kubrick on set. And that's what stressed them out. Yeah, but no, it was really great seeing that movie in that context. It was great seeing you react to it, seeing how this sound affected you, and seeing you experience the plot for the first time, and seeing the build up to 237. You actually basically tapped out until I don't usually relent. Whenever I watch scary movies that I've seen before, you have a habit of asking me what's about to happen, and then when I don't answer, you get mad.
I get so mad.
She'll go, "Okay, Taylor."
That's the same thing that happens here.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I go,
she's like,
we'll see.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Is this gonna happen? Is this gonna happen? And I'm like,
we'll see.
It's like, Tell me.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we
no,
had. That's what we had going up to 237, and you, I finally relented. You like wouldn't look, and you're like, just tell me, what's up with the lady in the tub? What's up with the lady in the tub? And I had
Because
to,
I was like, Taylor, I'm seriously so scared. Will you please tell me?
Yeah.
And then I finally got him, and then he told me, and I was just, and then it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, it's all about the build up, and the suspense is usually
Yeah.
scarier than what is actually going
Yeah.
on.
But it's great. The sounds and Jack slowly walking in, like, what's going on? You hear the laughing and the curtain pulls. It's just fantastic.
I just didn't like how they did my man, Dick. That was fucked up.
Yeah, they did not do Halloran. They really didn't do it by him.
Yeah,
No, they didn't.
But
That's fucked up, man.
That's always been my least favorite part is how dirty they
did Dick Halloran.
Yeah.
How dirty they do Dick.
They did. They sure did. Okay. Watched Osmosis Jones last night.
Oh fuck yeah!
I've been looking for that actually.
It's on HBO Max. It is a cinematic classic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit, I have nowhere to watch it because my Xbox just fucking took a shit today.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I watched Osmosis Jones today. That movie's horrifying in the context of a pandemic. Dude.
Yes, it is.
Journey movie. It's really creepy. Bill Murray's eating eggs out of the monkey cage. Like, yuck.
Yeah, like, dude.
Yeah.
If you knew what was gonna happen like 15 years later, like you would think twice about eating that monkey egg.
You should always think twice about eating a monkey egg, no matter what year it is.
That's true.
He ate a contaminated oyster too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Murray was very gross in that movie.
It's a yucky movie. And the yuckiest part is that
I remember that huge zit on his head.
Kid Rock will have a concert in your pimples.
Yeah. Yeah,
the grossest part.
I thought that was Kid Rock.
Yeah. They said they gave him a funny little name, some like Jeremy name, but
they're all Jeremy.
They gave him a little Jeremy name. It was a gross. It was really horrifying to watch.
The kids love it though.
Yeah, I loved it.
The Shining is.
I don't think they're really comparable. Besides that, it's the same subject matter. Oh, he ducked out. Okay.
No, I kicked him out.
Oh.
Can't kick me out of my own network, boy.
Dude, I love Dr. Sleep. I'll go as far as saying it's better, but I think it's fantastic in its own way for sure. I think it's
more modern.
I think it's miraculous that somebody ever made a good sequel to The Shining.
Yeah.
Pretty tough shoes to fill, and Flanagan.
Well, we talk about Flanagan a lot and how much we love him.
Flanagan's a god in my eyes.
Yeah, I love Mike Flanagan. He's up there with Denis for me. So
he's the master of the King adaptation, and we got Revival coming at some point.
Which we will talk about. Oh wait, no, we already talked about Revival. There's another Stephen King shit that we'll talk about.
Oh yeah, we'll get to it.
But
I guess that's
But I was about to say, I'm also glad to be the plug master in this instance. Say, be sure to tune in August 20th because we will have a look Mishra back on to talk about 1BR. So that's. But yeah, so 1BR, which will be hitting Netflix August 23rd, which is why we're glad to have him back on. We're going to talk about that a little bit. So.
Yeah, I'm excited to speak with him again. Always a pleasure. Still one of the top highlights of Really Scared. Love when he makes those little guest appearances in chat. So it'll be cool to have an actual planned conversation with them, as the last one was
so unplanned, and we were just like,
Interview with a Vampire.
Oh yeah, we did watch Interview.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which is just a classic. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kid Rock is really scary. Hell yeah, fantastic movie from Nick Molbach for Osmosis Jones.
Oh, there's something else I watched that I completely forgot I watched. Back to the Future Part 3.
Never seen it.
You haven't seen any of them, right?
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, the first two are good.
I agree. Totally agree. I do not like the third one at all.
They're all
we can
okay.
agree.
Which one is the Western one?
Yeah, I think they're overrated. I think Robert.
What is that voice?
It's me mocking Matt.
Oh.
I think Robert Zemeckis is a fucking hack.
I didn't call Kubrick a hack. Hold on. Didn't go that far. I just said I didn't care.
Did you see Welcome to Marwin? Did you go to Marwin?
Thank God I did not.
Baby, what have you been watching?
That was pretty much it. I don't know that I really watched anything that I didn't watch with you. besides what we'll talk about later tonight. Just
Well, we haven't seen each other for like 4 days.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Was there anything else besides the Into the Dark movies we're covering that I watched? And don't really
the Really Trivia Showdown. I've been watching that.
Me too.
That's right. We met
fucking Rager, that douchebag.
I mean, he is pretty.
Yeah, the Rager is fucking disgusting. I gotta say, he's.
Where did you find that guy?
I have no idea.
Find him on like in a gutter somewhere, just hanging out.
I don't know, but I'm really excited for people to meet this new guy coming on Friday because I've had to watch all of them because I've been editing them, and I'm really excited for people to meet the Semen Demon.
Oh God! Oh no! Yeah, you'll see who the Semen Demon is, but he's pretty cool.
You guys get so upset over my plug joke, but you guys come out of the woodwork with the Semen Demon.
I think Semen Demon's debut is overdue because his hoodie has been featured at our merchandise trailer without any comment as to why we would have something with that.
And originally, the Semen Demon was the Saint, but unfortunately, we weren't thinking, and we all got busy, and we lost that match along with Chris, the Personality Lopez's knockout against Nick Mulbach. So.
In other words, tomorrow
is the debut, the unofficial debut of the Semen Demon.
Semen Demon going up against Mr. Happy Sunday.
Mr. Happy Sunday, yeah.
If you haven't seen any of our trivia episodes yet, they're all available on our YouTube channel. Been a lot of fun watching.
Like, follow, watch, share,
subscribe.
That's right.
I will say this. Eventually, I think I would like to see the Semen Demon and the Rager team up for some tag team matches.
I've been talking to the writers.
Because I feel like that would be one disgusting match, and they're kind of a yin and a yang, you know.
I know what me and one of my other writers has been talking about is potentially there's only one big. They gotta be at Civil War for a bit because you can only really have one personality like that, and they gotta go back and forth for it.
You can't have a team of disgusting boys.
We want to get to
nasty
that point.
boys.
we want to get to that, but we want to. The idea is building up like a mutual respect for each other first. At first, starting off as rivals, and then building up to being this nasty, disgusting tag team duo. So
look, I don't know anything about that. You guys can go, Matt, wherever you found the Rager. I'm sure you have his phone number. You can talk to him about that.
Yeah,
I'm just a fan. I don't have any insight into this on what any of this means, but I look forward to seeing the Semen Demons debut tomorrow evening against.
Let's jump into the news.
Yes, I was about to say, but we got news to get to.
Right in the news, because that shit's grosser than a Kid Rock concert in your dirty pores.
The ejaculation queen.
So let's.
I'm gonna ignore that and move on. He left.
Matt's out.
That's all it takes.
Matt's he's gone. Wow, I don't know who that character is. I've said he dropped out because I figure we should just head off the news with the reason he's here, which is
he's back.
I was laughing too hard. I had to like drop so I can get it out of my system.
Got to get it when you hear ejaculate queen. You got to get it out.
Used to it.
So right
there's other than curse. There's two reasons I'm here. And one's to just rub something in Connor's face, and the other one is New Mutants.
Uh-oh.
What are you rubbing in my face?
Oh, let's start off with that one though. The CW gets a Stephen King adaptation.
I don't like that Matt has controls of my news, the order of my news.
Oh no.
I mean, is this going to be on the CW or is this on CW Seed?
Seed is just an app
Seed
for
Master.
all these old shows. So the CW, this is a CW show. This is a CW.
Well, I'll watch it, and I probably won't like it.
Wait,
I don't need to like everything that has Stephen King's name attached to it.
Let's dial it back. We got to properly set these things up and not just put up the graphics that make Connor sad. We got to CW is developing a series around Stephen King's short story from 1984, The Revelations of Becca Paulson, which has been previously adapted in 1997 for The Outer Limits. It is about a woman who shoots herself in the head with a nail gun.
Sick.
She survives or meets Jesus after she dies, and he chooses her to be his chosen one and helping him stop the apocalypse. She'll have to prove that our deeply backward planet Earth is redeemable. starting with her quirky Midwestern hometown. I wonder if it's Maine. Written and produced by Maisie Culver from Last Man Standing, the Tim Allen Show, I think.
Yikes!
And
All right,
from
I'm not watching.
All I gotta say is yikes, and I gotta give Connor a little bit of shit because he was on the Riverdale train with me when it first started. So
Yeah, that first season's good.
yeah, that first season's great. Yeah, I agree completely. Agree.
I think the first season of this will be good.
Probably not.
I feel like this is obviously, Stephen King's the horror guy, but obviously he gets outside of that pretty frequently too, as we learned with the book we read last month. It Bleeds. It being a short story, it's not a full-blown novel. It's not even a novella. So they're going to take a little tiny story and they're going to make at least one season of television around it. So there's going to be a lot of room for interpretation and originality in there. So I would have to believe, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to have to believe this will probably be closer in tone to what you expect to see on the CW, which is a kind of wacky.
I mean, especially when you read that synopsis of what the story is.
Yeah, quirky.
Sounds like it'd be something like iZombie or something like that.
It sounds like it's going to be like Joan of Arcadia.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that show?
I remember that existing, yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like that, so I'm not excited. I'll be honest.
A little romp. But it's got King on it. I'll give it 10 minutes of my time.
I hate the CW.
I know you do.
I hate it.
I know you do. And I was so happy to bring this up in our group chat when it was announced. He was filled with joy at the prospect of you having to talk about the CW on this show.
All right. What else do we have? Let's move on from the CW before I get depressed.
Now the real reason I'm here.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the New Mutants online panel for the canceled San Diego Comic-Con, which I didn't have a chance to watch. We did see the little trailer teaser that I did see the first 2 minutes of the movie that they apparently released, but we saw the little teaser trailer thing. So I got an eye on that, but we didn't see like the panel itself, and that they're apparently sticking to the planned August release date, which is never going to happen.
Yeah, well, I think it is, honestly, because you look at what Bill and Ted announced today. There are theaters that are opening, and a lot of theaters apparently, for some reason, still.
Yeah, and they're going right to VOD, but New Mutants is not gonna.
Bill and Ted is going to VOD and theaters simultaneously.
Yes, I know that, but I guarantee New Mutants won't do that.
I did a trailer, but they did announce that. Yeah.
But my point is, New Mutants, I could see them going straight to going to whatever theaters are open and just to get it over with and finally have it out there because fans have been clamoring for it for so long.
Did they say anything along the lines of going on demand or streaming?
Nope,
during the panel?
Not at all.
So who was on this panel?
They had Josh Boone. There was two panels. There's a pre-recorded one, and then the one that was more live. And you had the cast, like Connor said, and the director. They were just basically talking about. They were answering the questions of what it was like, and this, that, and the other, and what their favorite parts was, and talking about the relationships of characters. And then we got to see the opening of the film, which was honestly really fucking cool, and I loved it. And then we got another trailer that tied into that opening, basically. So
Connor seems less impressed.
I did not like any of it, really.
No?
I mean, the opening scene was okay. It was like
it's
CGI
not a lot.
explosions, and there wasn't a lot to it. More footage that comes out, like each new like teaser trailer or trailer that comes out, it's moving further away from that horror trailer that we got 2 years ago, and it's
3 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah, and it's just a generic superhero movie now. That's what that trailer looked like to me. It just looked like a superhero movie, and I just don't care anymore about it.
See, for
that
me,
that brick in the wall, that Pink Floyd trailer, that first one, that was horror, and it was good. Everything else after that has moved further and further away from horror, which makes me think: is there like only like 5 minutes left of horror in this movie now that it's at Disney? Like, I don't think
they showed a lot of creepy stuff in the trailer following the the opening scene. It was
The same
it's not-
stuff that we've seen. The same stuff.
we never got to see what was under the mask.
Showed a lot of creepy monsters being shown that they were battling, which
Yeah.
kind of showed to me like more kind of like a horror. What
Yeah,
you would see in a horror
exactly.
film.
I mean,
At the end of the day, it is still a Marvel comic book movie, and it was always going to be a Marvel comic book.
You just got to find. They were trying to find the balance between Marvel comic books, Stephen King,
Yeah.
and
But it obviously
That's-
has more horror influence and tone than I would hope any other Marvel comic book movie
Yeah,
has. So
without a doubt.
it's always going to be closer to superheroics and fighting the bad guy. But
Yeah.
I would agree. I thought the little spot we watched today still had some cool. I mean, I think
I loved Magic
Creepy
going up
Smiley.
against. Yeah, but
I
for me-
don't get me wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it is. There
Yeah.
are some good scares and that it is good. But the more that comes out about it, and the more it gets delayed, and the more uncertain the release is, I have stopped caring about it.
No, yeah, I agree with you, Connor. I would have to say the first trailer that we did see felt more of a horror film-esque to it.
Especially with the
Without a doubt.
song behind it, and every footage. Yeah, and every piece of footage that we saw in that trailer, it was creepy. It was scary.
Yeah.
There wasn't like the explosions or anything, and any of that, and like just the heroes running. There was none of that. It was just very tense and scary, and I love that first trailer, and that's what I thought we were gonna get. But it seems like that's gonna be like taking more of a backseat to the usual heroic
But
storyline.
I also wouldn't blame Disney for that because Josh Boone has gone on record. We didn't Disney just like you got what you got. We didn't do any reshoots. All the cast has said we never ended up being able to do reshoots because of everyone's schedules. So from all that's been said, this is basically the theatrical cut we were going to get. So we can't even say Disney or anything. This is what Josh Boone's vision was as of right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But-
They are
I
trying
mean, that's what they say.
Yeah, they are trying to balance basically like two different types of movies in one. So them coming out with one trailer that is more leaning towards one genre of a movie, and then coming out with another trailer that leans towards the other genre of movie. Maybe they're just trying to balance it out so you can see both sides. of the
And they
movie.
want
So then when you actually see the movie, you can kind of see both sides. So that way, when you're not kind of like, well, when I saw the trailer, I only saw this part of it. So
Yeah.
maybe just try to have like more of an optimistic of, I saw both sides of it rather than just seeing one side of the other.
And you hit exactly what I was about to say on that. It's all when it boils down to it, it's all marketing. This is a film that they're trying to market at two audiences. They're trying to market it at horror films, and they're still going to try to find those superhero films or the superhero fans who may not know New Mutants or just the general public. Like, hey, by the way, this is a superhero movie. We should be showing off more of this superhero stuff. So let's do that, and that's what we got in today's trailer. We got to see all of them basically showing their powers. We got to see Wolfsbane mid-transformation. We got to see Sunspot a little bit. We got to see Cannonball go off. We got to see Magic going up against Demon Bear. Like, they showed the comic aspect of it, which is something they hadn't really done in any of the trailers previously before this.
Yeah.
And now
But
they
what made the movie different is it was more horror than comic. And I understand it is a comic. I like the comics, but it seemed like it was going to be more horror than just like comic book antics, and that's what had me excited in the first place. Because I'm getting sick of all of the superhero movies. I'm
Sure.
like pretty burnt out on them.
Yeah.
I enjoy them. Don't get me wrong, but they're getting very to a formula.
Oh yeah.
It's like they have this template and they're just sticking to it, and it goes as far as the color palette. This seemed very different.
Mhm.
It seemed more in line with like Logan, where it was far away from what we've seen. Like, it's still based on a comic, but it seems less like a comic book movie, and that's what it seemed like. But every trailer we're getting that moves further away from that first trailer, it's moving away back into comic book territory.
Well, you got to try to hook the general audience. What's going to put more asses in seats? A movie that just looks like a straight horror movie, or a movie that it's like, hey, by the way, this is not just got horror elements to it. It is this superhero movie, because people like you and me, we're like, that first trailer sold, because we knew. You have to remember, there are people like us out there who don't know all the stuff that's going on behind the scene, who don't just know what's going on with the movie or what's it about or what it ties into. There are people like, oh, New Mutants, what's that? Is that so? You got to try to balance that, and that's what the dangerous side of marketing is.
Yeah, we're really not going to know how much superhero, how much horror is in the movie until we actually see it.
And we'll probably never see it. So it's
It's very true. We're probably never going to see it.
No,
I don't think it's coming out in August. I really don't. I think
they were talking about a Blu-ray release already today, which I was like, huh?
it might go straight to Blu-ray. I don't know.
I think that might be the thing.
We might never see it. We'll see. Either way, the excitement I felt 3 years ago is no longer present. I don't care about this.
Yeah, weird to see a movie get marketed that long. You know,
Yeah,
at this point, I feel like we have seen so much of it because there's like 8 different trailers because they keep going, all right, we got to put a new trailer. We're going to put the movie out to get people hooked.
Yeah, and Josh Boone even talked about, he's like, you have people trying to piece together the movie from all the trailers and whatnot that we've given. But I did love how they opened the panel just mocking the fact that it's been moved 5 times.
What do you guys think would be the smart direction for them to go from here?
Just put it on streaming or VOD.
Well, here's why it's not going on streaming. Here's why it's not going on streaming, because if Disney decides to drop it on streaming, it automatically goes to HBO because it still falls under the HBO contract that 20th Century Fox had with HBO. So that's why Disney, you won't see it straight to Hulu or straight to Disney Plus, because if it goes straight to streaming, then Disney gets that much money.
Here's what
they get: zero.
Straight to VOD, $20 rental, or drive-in release. Boom.
Yeah.
It's not going to make nearly the amount of money they ever hoped it would, obviously.
But at this point, it wasn't going to make the money it was going to make 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think because it's been marketed to death and all that, I think it's already doomed to not, do gangbusters. Unless it was the first movie that came out when quarantine lifted, which is not going to happen either. As theaters open up, if it was the first movie out, it might make a lot of money. That Marvel doesn't want that to happen.
Here's my point as to why it's not going to make the money it was going to make 3 years ago. Liv's seen the first trailer, and she was excited about it. She's seen the latest one. She didn't even know it was the same movie.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, that movie trailer I saw, 2.5 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, nobody knows it's like, it's gone so far from what, like, it was advertised as 3 years ago, and it's been so long and it's pushed back. It just doesn't look like that movie. Like, it's out of everybody's heads unless you're in the bubble.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, so the only way to make money is if they find a way to release it, but it's not going to theaters. So either do a VOD or limited, drive-in and VOD release. Otherwise, you're just never. You're gonna make like 10 million opening weekend when it finally does come out, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to keep it moving because we already talked about.
I was just about to say
way more than I thought we would.
Yeah.
But before I do, is there anything else we need to say on it?
No, that's it.
Because Matt, are you going to stick around for our news?
I'm gonna probably pop in and out because I do have the setup going. So I'm not gonna be in this, but I'll probably be behind the scenes. So
all right, you hear anything that piques your interest? Come on, I'm back.
All right, peace out, guys.
Bye.
Later, friend. All right, so we are talking about the box office, so it seems a natural time to bring up that it's not really happening here, but elsewhere internationally. Train to Busan's sequel Peninsula did come out. It has made $20 million opening weekend internationally, which it feels like so long since we've seen anything resembling a semi-normal box office number. We've been watching those wretched numbers, those Becky numbers. We're like, oh, it made $50,000. It's killing it, dude. And $20 million probably still not the number they had in mind when they were making this movie, but something resembling a traditionally successful box office take.
Yeah.
So that was nice to see. And also, I think, really hammers home how much better other countries are doing right now than we are, because they're like, open up the movie theaters. Let's all go watch zombies. That pandemic thing's way behind us. Let's go watch some viral horror. We're ready for it. And over here, we're like, can they put out X-Men? Put X-Men make any money? Because no theaters are open. So
Are we ever gonna get a movie this year?
What do you guys think? A new movie could come out?
Christmas.
Yeah, I think that underscores the difference in preparedness we have going on right now. Sadly, and to that end, they're saying that it's still going to come out August 7th. Train to Busan Peninsula still has a U.S. theatrical scheduled release of August 7th.
Oh, my
It's
birthday.
not gonna happen.
There we go. We can go see it on your birthday. I know you're so excited.
Yeah, you guys going to the AMC?
Go to the multiplex and watch the zombie thriller during your birthday.
Boy.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to keep hammering on the pandemic movie news release dates and all that, but it's just the name of the game. But I gotta think there's no way that this is coming out on August 7th, which is too bad because I'd like to go see this because it looks pretty sick.
Yeah, I really want to see it.
So I don't know. I don't know if they'll just move it back or if they'll just go straight to demand. But elsewhere, South Korea, Taiwan, they're loving it. I bet you New Zealand's getting ready to show it because they're like, yeah, we got no problem. We'll sit in each other's laps and watch this movie. That's how there.
Yeah, they're doing great. Gotta love New Zealand.
Anywhere but here, they're killing it. And hey, again, it's for the sake of transitions and a nice streamlined show, we'll go here as well because The Conjuring 3. We knew it was going to happen, but we've got the official rescheduled date. So sad. The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, officially rescheduled for June 4th, 2021. Just a little bit less than a year. Just watch it, folks.
It just seems so long since the last time we got a Conjuring universe movie, even.
Yeah, and especially for a proper,
Conjuring
Ray.
movie. Yeah.
She's so sad.
That's how I felt.
Started, ever since the show has started, she's been like, "Can we talk about the new Conjuring?" And I was like, "We totally will. I just want to wait till we have a little something to talk about for it." And the only news we've got the entire time we've been doing the show is that it's not coming out.
Yeah.
Which is not the most inspiring news for conversation or just to be anything to be excited about. So I'm very sorry, and I'm not happy about it either because I'm looking forward to this movie very much. So,
it's been so fucking long.
just a little less than a year. No problem.
It's such a bummer.
I kind of wish they'd done the Halloween and at least been like, here's a teaser.
I think it's been years since the last one.
Because the movie's supposed to come out in September, so the movie's done.
Yeah.
It's not like production was disrupted and they didn't get to finish it. It's done. It's just sitting in someone's hard drive right now. I would have loved just like a quick 30-second, 1-minute teaser.
Last month, they were definitely still in post-production. They were just finishing up the film. So, but
yeah, well,
still,
they can take their sweet-ass time finishing it up now.
Yeah.
Work on those smooth transitions. No problem. No
smooth transitions.
I really hope they don't come out with the trailer, though, until next year.
I mean, they may as well not.
I really hope they don't.
Yeah.
I really hope that they're not gonna start advertising at like the end of the year. Because if they're not gonna release it until June, then don't come out with a trailer until like April or May. Please
Oh shit! You don't want to do.
I prefer.
You want to do that 1 month campaign.
I when they do it that way. I prefer it that way.
It's good for horror because
yes,
horror is all about not seeing too much, so it is good.
Yeah, that's very true.
Trailers, I think.
I prefer it that way.
A24 is so good at that, where they put those trailers out and you're like, I don't even know what that movie's about, but it looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna go see it, and you're surprised the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna do that for The Conjuring. The Conjuring's plays a little more. I don't know if obvious is the word, but it's about them hunting some ghosts, But
yeah, and I mean that's really Warner Bros. like mid-budget moneymaker right there.
Yeah,
like that makes like 50 mil opening weekend.
And it's probably the most successful, like critically, commercially cinematic universe, second to Marvel. Funnily enough, I would have thought that would have been the case, but
I don't think they still haven't officially come out with a plot yet, right?
Yeah, we know loosely. We know it's about.
We have an idea of
the
what
guy who murders his family, right, and says that the devil made him do it.
Yeah.
Because they're all based on semi
the
true stories.
The cases that they did.
Yeah.
That they took on. So supposedly that's what it's about, but they haven't officially come out with a plot of the film yet,
or a poster or a trailer or anything.
No.
It's just been
just
crickets.
the cast.
I'm pretty sure I heard something that's like akin to Devil's Advocate, where it's like horror meets like courtroom drama.
Yeah, just different.
Yeah, which I'm totally into.
Yeah.
I mean, this franchise has proven like that they've done the traditional scary ghost movie, so like they've earned the right to experiment and do something a little different. I'll trust them.
Yeah, because it sounds like that the crime has already been committed.
Yes.
In the film, which didn't happen in the first or the second. They're trying to prevent it from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they're showing up and the demons already won. So I guess it's more of determining whether there were demons in the first place, kind of thing.
What's with the Ryan Reynolds?
Amityville?
That one.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like, I haven't seen that one.
So there's a bunch of Amityville movies.
Oh, is there really?
It's interesting because they very briefly cover the Amityville haunting in the second Conjuring.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm surprised. We talked on this show. I'm surprised
they
had
the
restraint.
Pick up that one, yeah.
That they had the restraint to not just do a whole movie of that because it's such a notorious story, and probably because there's 25 Amityville movies, and
which is
I just saw a really shitty Amityville movie.
Yeah.
Called the Amityville Murders.
Yeah, it's one of those weird because I guess because it's a true story, it's public domain, so anybody can make an Amityville movie that wants to. And you put that label on it and you can market it like that, but it's, some bargain bin garbage, but
yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, look, I'm sad this happened because I'm looking forward to it, but there probably won't be any trailers because there's going to be no rush to play it in front of any other big horror movie at the theater or anything like that because nothing's coming out.
I just really hope they fucking don't.
And that's going to be the through line for this show week in and week out is this movie didn't come out and theaters aren't open. It feels like we always got to talk about it, sadly. I look forward to the day where that's a distant memory. And we just get to talk about movies that are coming out. Looking forward to that time whenever.
Yeah.
Here's a movie that will come out because it's going straight to streaming. And I didn't even know this was happening. That Charlie Kaufman is making a horror movie. Called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. We just got 2 images from the movie. This one, which for the audio listeners is Toni Collette and Jesse Plemons having a nice sit-down dinner with some other folks in their family. Nothing too much to be scared about in there. And I don't know, a woman getting ice cream cones in the next image. Not the most ominous images for your horror film.
But it's going to be weird because it's Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah, I'm excited. I had no idea this was happening, and it's
coming. I heard about this, but it completely left my mind.
Yeah, it's coming out in September, straight to Netflix. It's based on a book, which I've heard good things about. I've known a couple people who have read the book. I'm Thinking of Ending Things. It's about an unnamed young woman who lets her boyfriend take her to see his parents on a remote farm and the disturbing aftermath that follows. That's sort of the big non-spoiler synopsis I got for it. Yeah, I mean, I double-checked to make sure. I was like, Charlie Kaufman's not done a horror movie. And no, but for those who don't know, he's the guy behind Eternal Sunshine, adaptations, Synecdoche, New York. Do you know he has a writing credit on Chaos Walking, the Doug Liman movie? It's not coming out.
Oh, you're fucking shitting me.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that. I mean, granted, he's like one of 12 people with the writing credit, so I got the feeling.
What if it was he was the original person, and they were like, "This is too fucking weird. We have to find people to redo this."
Charlie Kaufman wrote a young adult blockbuster action movie, and they were like, "Wait a minute, this is not the."
Unless they brought him in and he's the final writer, and they were like, "He's gonna polish this turd."
This is a lot sadder than we signed up for. We can't release this. But no, I mean this. I'm really excited to see what he's bringing to the genre because he already makes strange, psychologically intense, emotionally harrowing types of stories. So I think he's going to run wild on this. I'm excited to see what he does with it.
Hard.
I love it. We got pretty far in. It's okay. It's natural. We also got I think they already had announced this, but we got further confirmation that it's coming out this year. Tales from the Hood 3.
Oh my god, look at that face.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's right up. That's right in your face.
Oh man.
Audio listeners have been spared from scary Tales from the Hood. Connor, have you seen the original Tales from the Hood?
I've seen the second one.
So the second one, I've not seen the second one, but I've heard it's awful.
It is very bad.
But the
So I
first
should see the first one?
Yeah, the first one's kind of legendary.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great classic horror anthology movie. What you got over there? What you chuckling about? Looking at some spooky images over there.
Sorry. It's fucking terrifying.
You and your best friend are locked in the house overnight with the monster that falls in your birthday month. Will you win the fight? I have. This is what she's looking at.
Sorry.
Oh, this show's 2.5 hours long.
This is the image. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh my god. What's May? Let me see. Where's May at?
It's the middle.
I'm fucked. I'm dead.
Who's May?
May is Paranormal Activity.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's who's the ghost in that? They give that ghost a name?
Toby.
Toby.
No, that really is the name. It's Toby.
Oh, his name's Toby.
And we're not talking Mr. Happy Sunday either. We're talking
No,
Toby.
we're talking Toby. Ew, is that Jeepers Creepers down there?
Oh, babe,
Is that August?
Yeah.
you gotta deal with the
Oh, that's my.
creeper. Babe, you gotta deal with the creeper. I got
Yeah, he can smell you from like 10 miles away.
I got a xenomorph. Whoops. I got a xenomorph.
You're gonna look over and he's just slamming his head into your window.
It is the picture of the really mad one. He's so mad.
He's so pissed off.
Why is he so
Well,
mad?
that's not promising for any of us on our birthday month horror movie.
Oh.
Yeah, we're off the rails already.
So
Anyway,
as you are mine, so we have to fight Jeepers Creepers and a xenomorph. Whoops.
Well, I'm a black.
that's
belt.
rough.
Oh my.
Yeah, but he can. Jeepers can smell you. He has the power of scent.
To do what?
I'm a smelly boy.
What
It's
does
gotta
he
be
smell?
To
scent.
track you down.
What does he smell? What?
Your scent.
Well, I can smell too.
Booty sweat.
No, but he can like track you based on your scent.
And he's in the house.
Have you
like-
ever seen the first one? Or
Like
any of them?
Like he has
What?
the nose of a dog.
Probably better than a dog. He killed Justin Long from just taking a pair of his underwear out of his luggage. Tracked him down, skinned him.
I love Justin Long.
Yeah, well, he died in the first one. Spoilers.
He was really great. And,
Because he didn't wash his underwear.
ew.
Let there be a lesson to you at home, folks.
Those,
No skid marks in your undies or you're going to be skinned off.
That is the moral of the story.
What is called dingleberries?
Yeah, that's when you have it in like your booty hair. That's when you have little treats left behind. Like a wildebeest. So Tales from the Hood 3 could be cool. I hope it's a return to form for the franchise.
Wait, you're hoping for the return of form to Tales from the Hood?
For the first one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cameo appearance. What else we got in the meantime? Edgar Wright, as we know, we are waiting to see Last Night in Soho, whenever that is, sometime next year. We got many nights before we see the last night. But we already know what his next project's going to be. Edgar Wright's
Another horror movie.
Yeah, I get apparently, or at least something kind of spooky. His next directorial effort is going to be a movie called Stage 13, written by Seth Rich and adapted from the short story of the same name. Follows a ghost of the silent film era actress that has haunted the titular soundstage of a backlot for decades. After a struggling director meets the ghost, they find an unexpected kinship and team to make their mark on the world. So I don't know if it's going to be a horror movie. It sounds like it could be that kind of
Shaun of the Dead-ish.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of room for some humor. You know, a movie about a weird friendship, relationship bond between a man and a ghost.
That picture looks super serious, though.
Honestly, it's a tale as old as time, you know? The friendship between man and ghost. You love it.
Yeah. And I love Edgar Wright, so
I love Edgar Wright, so I'll be seeing it.
yeah, cool to know we get something else spooky from him after we get
That's also something I watched. Liv sat down with me and watched Scott Pilgrim versus the World for the first time. I've seen it multiple times, but she had not. And she loved it very much. It's very good.
Oh, Scott Pilgrim versus the where he fights all the
Exes?
The evil ex-boyfriends or exes, not ex-boyfriends. Yeah.
Evans.
Evans. Sorry, Chris.
A lot of handsome Chris's. We all made that mistake one way or another with those handsome Chris's.
Very true.
Yeah, Edgar Wright just knocks it out of the park every time.
He's worth it.
So,
Yep.
he's great.
Yeah.
A lot of handsome heroes in that film.
Yeah, I've covered that song.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What, Clash at the Demon Head?
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Yeah.
I would love to see that someday.
Never.
Maybe after we drink some statesman bourbon this weekend. We'll get a little karaoke.
Wait, are you coming Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, I'll tell Liv to come by.
You should.
Clear it
I'll,
with George. Clear it with George.
I'll clear it with George.
George.
That is as Matt Thomas's father and recurring guest on Real Talk. Recurring disruptor on Real Talk.
Okay.
We just make plans on this show now. That's cool. It's a streamlined one. We just about got done with the news by 8, which is my goal. We didn't quite make it, but we got one more quick story before we talk about our trailers, and then we'll have our reviews for the evening.
Yay.
Speaking of Edgar Wright, longtime collaborators Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, there was a first look at their new horror comedy series called Truth Seekers. We got a couple images from that one. It's a horror comedy series about a team of part-time paranormal investigators who team up to uncover and film ghost sightings across the UK.
My.
That one's a little more spooky. Got like a creepy burn man. Share their adventures online on an online channel for all to see. However, as they stake out haunted churches, underground bunkers, and abandoned hospitals with their array of homemade ghost detecting gizmos, their supernatural experiences grow more frequent, more terrifying, and even deadly. This is cool. I'm excited because I can't remember when's the last time these two were in a movie together, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
Was that Paul?
Oh, gotta live it up for Paul.
I like that movie. I think that was the last time.
Did Paul come out before or after World's End?
After or maybe before? I don't know.
It's got to be one of the two, right? Or unless there was something else that they did together, because everybody thinks of them. I think they're.
No, they did one more. It was Slaughterhouse Rules.
That's okay. I was trying to remember if that was something that came out or if I was thinking of this. Yeah.
No, Slaughterhouse Rules came out a couple years ago, I think, or last year, but that was the last thing they did.
Okay. Did you watch that?
No, I did not.
No, because I know they've collaborated a little bit outside of Edgar Wright movies. This, to the best of my knowledge, has nothing to do with Edgar Wright, this Amazon series. But just love to see the team get back together.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I mean, I like a little horror comedy, which we'll get to tonight with Good Boy. We'll talk about that kind of genre crossover. But yeah, I like something that it's bloody and gross and crazy, but it's fun and campy at the same time. I like stuff like that too. So that about does it for the news. We got 2 quick trailers to talk about tonight. One that premiered in the middle of our last show, so we didn't really have a chance to watch it or talk about it. And it was just a little teaser for the new USA Sci-Fi TV series for Chucky, which is scheduled to come out next year at some point, from series creator Don Mancini and Nick Antosca, which you might know from Channel Zero, as well as a number of other interesting credits. And I believe today they just confirmed that Brad Dourif is coming back to voice Chucky, the man himself, who's always voiced Chucky, except for that new reboot, which they brought Mark Hamill in for. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I think this looks great. I love that logo.
Yeah, simple, clean. I like the color.
Yeah. I like the teaser. It doesn't tell too much, but 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 it looks good.
Yeah, they did give a little bit of context to the plot. They said after a vintage Chucky doll turns up at a suburban yard sale, an idyllic American town is thrown into chaos as a series of horrifying murders begin to expose the town's hypocrisies and secrets. Meanwhile, the arrival of enemies and allies from Chucky's past threatens to expose the truth behind the killings, as well as the Demon Doll's untold origins as a seemingly ordinary child who somehow became this notorious monster. So it seems like it's within continuity with all the older old movies.
Yeah. Have you watched any of like the movies like Beyond Seed?
So Chucky's one of those weird ones where it's like I've seen a couple and I can't really sort which ones I've seen and haven't seen. I know I saw the most recent was Cult of Chucky, right?
Yeah.
I saw that and
I liked it.
You did like it.
I really like these like straight to DVD ones that they've been releasing. I liked Cult. What was the one before that? I can't remember the name of it. Curse. Yeah, Curse of Chucky. I liked. The only one that I didn't really like that much was Seed of Chucky.
You don't like him having children?
That thing fucking terrifies me.
Oh wow.
Doll
I
children.
didn't think anything scared you.
No, that thing haunts my dreams sometimes.
Biological child of a doll.
So ugly. But I like them going back to like it's weird that they would reboot it but also continue the original continuity.
Yeah.
It's strange, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it seems like they got the right team behind it. I was almost kind of hoping that this would maybe get away from the old movie continuity, just because there's so much of it and it is so weird and all over the place. If I remember correctly, the last movie it established that there was like multiple Chuckies or something weird like that. I think it'd be to their best interest to maybe clean up the lore a little bit. You don't have to take it out of continuity, but just keep it a little more simpler. Obviously, the people who love Chucky are all going to watch it and be on board, but for someone like even me who loves horror movies, I would prefer maybe not have to keep up with all the intricacies of the strange Chucky franchise of movies,
Well, too bad. You gotta watch them.
I guess I gotta watch them. Well, it's too bad for you because maybe his son will come back.
Oh fuck.
And maybe he'll be like a teenager doll now.
Ew.
Going through doll puberty.
Ew.
Have zits with Kid Rock concerts.
Ew.
Puppet doll Kid Rock.
Ew.
You especially don't like Chucky, right? I remember you saying that. You would not go see the new one with me. You refused.
There's something extremely wrong about dolls coming to life and trying to murder you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah.
I have not seen any of them. I actually don't know. I don't know the story of Really Chocolate. Like, I know that he started off just like a regular doll, so he wasn't like he like got all the scars and stuff because
he's been blown up and
because like he didn't come out of the box like that is what
no, because he has the soul of a serial killer inside him. A serial killer was being chased by police and chased through this doll factory where they were making the what's the doll's name? Good Boy?
Good Guys?
Good Guy, yeah. The Good Guy doll factory. And the serial killer practiced the occult and he did this seance right before he was going to be murdered by the police in this doll factory. And his soul was transferred into a doll.
Actually, Chucky?
Yeah, the serial killer is now, his soul is in the good guy doll named Chucky.
Yeah. So there's many other Chucky dolls, but one has the soul of the serial killer.
Yeah. I believe in Curse, he found a way to expand his soul into other good guy dolls.
Like Lord Voldemort.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure that is it. I haven't seen Curse in a while, but I'm pretty sure that was like the twist at the end.
Yeah,
he found a way to expand his soul into other dolls.
Yeah.
But doesn't he get married?
Yeah, and he has a child.
Tiffany. Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah, who plays herself in some of the movies.
So that's what I'm saying. If you take
Jennifer Tilly plays someone else in Bride of Chucky, but also plays herself, Jennifer Tilly, in
Yeah.
Seed and the rest of the movies.
Yeah, Chucky has a long, wacky history.
Yeah,
And it's
it's
unique
cool.
in that it's not like because they rebooted Halloween and they rebooted Jason, and Freddy. Chucky never. Well, I guess most recently they finally did the new theatrical movie, but Chucky was just living in the same continuity for movie after movie after movie and never got a reboot. So it is kind of unique in that way, but it also, when you pull it back and look at the character's history, it really is just outrageous.
Okay.
Which, I mean, it is from the start. It is about a cult serial killer who escapes the police by hiding inside a dog.
I just know when Curse of Chucky came out, there was like a prank video that came out. There was this guy that stood in a billboard of Chucky, and he was in a Chucky costume, and he would bust out of it, and he would scare the shit out of people.
Oh my god!
It was hilarious, though.
You'd been so mad.
I would have been so scared.
You would have gone to jail because you would have hurt someone.
So funny.
It would have broke his jaw.
And he had a dagger. He had like a knife and everything. He's chasing people around the neighborhood with it.
Well, maybe we'll watch Chucky on Sci-Fi and USA.
Yeah.
Too evil for one network. Since you're so excited about Chucky, maybe we'll give it a shot.
I'm not excited. I just thought that was funny. I just thought the prank was funny.
We got one other trailer for a Russian film coming from IFC Midnight called Sputnik. Look at this guy.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, you didn't see that in the
Look
trailer.
at this guy.
Sputnik.
Hey, he's like a little spidery goblin alien. For the listener.
Gremlin, like a expanded gremlin.
Yeah. Ew.
He's a goopy guy.
Uh-huh.
He's very goopy.
He's goopy. He's got spider eyes. Some sort of like pincers on his tummy. Yeah, he's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
He also will live inside your body secretly for a while, I guess.
A parasite, apparently.
This looks pretty cool.
It
Yeah.
does.
And I'm very interested in a Russian movie getting IFC Midnight to release it because that's not normal.
No.
They might have released foreign films before, but it seems like typically American productions get distributed through them. So that they saw something out of a Russian film that they thought this is worth picking up. Cool. And also I feel like you don't really actually get to see a lot of scary alien stuff anymore.
No, which
It's
I
more like a
love.
monster.
Well, so it's about I did write down the actual plot summary, which is a lone survivor of an enigmatic spaceship incident hasn't returned back home alone. Hiding inside his body is a dangerous creature. His only hope, a doctor who's ready to do whatever it takes to save her patient. So we got, what we love on the show, a little body horror,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do.
little yucky duckiness.
Mm.
He's
I
got
love it.
alien parasite that lives in him, and apparently it looks like it comes out, and sometimes it goes right back in. If it wants to.
Ew. Ew.
It's weird. Like it seems like it can live inside you, but you're not like your proportions aren't all like blown out. It like just slithers right on back in.
Oh my god.
Or it'll go
Okay.
around people, it seems.
Which end?
I don't know. Talk about the plug master.
Seriously.
Sput.
Like-
Sput. Plug you up.
Oh man.
Ew.
Call Sputnik.
More like Buttnik. Go right back up your butt.
Butnik. That's what they call him in high school. That's why he's so upset.
Go in your booty hole.
This looks cool.
It does. It looks really cool. I love aliens.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of real alien horror that comes. I was trying to think of the last real good example.
And you can make them scary. Like Fourth Kind scared me. Dark Skies I thought was pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I heard Annihilation was good.
Annihilation's really good.
I'd kind of forgotten. Yeah, that I guess that would count. Yeah, Annihilation's really good.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but I heard
Annihilation.
it was good.
Yeah, fantastic. Love Annihilation. I remember there was that Life movie with Gyllenhaal. And
Ooh, Life was good.
it was. I thought that was pretty
Wait,
good.
but that's like,
Some
this,
alien
like-
horror.
yeah, I guess you can consider it that, but there's no like alien like creature
He's a
movies.
gooey guy.
He's just a little blob.
He's a little gooey guy. He's not a gooey goblin with spider eyes and shit.
But I want to see like little green men Give me little green men.
You want to see Gremlins?
You want to see a proper Martian.
Yeah, I want to see a fucking Martian.
You want to see a proper what was the like meme with those a couple years ago? You know what I'm talking about? What was like the little like, what was it? I keep want to. Is it Oh Shit What Up? Is that them?
Oh yeah,
What you talking about?
yeah.
Oh Shit What Up? An Oh Shit What Up movie. Sputnik
Yes.
comes out. Sputnik comes out August 14th. Straight to VOD from IFC Midnight. I will definitely watch this. It looks pretty.
Oh
cool.
yeah.
We'll watch it together.
We'll watch it together. Watch this guy right here together. Blah.
Maybe we'll do a watch party.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Get everyone together, watch a little Sputnik.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That about covers it for our trailers this evening. So it's time to get into the review portion of our show. We watched 2 movies this week,
Mm-hmm.
a little double feature, but they're coming from the same source. The Blumhouse Hulu exclusive partnership series Into the Dark, where they release a movie every single month. Usually has some sort of theme or tie-in that plays into the month it's released in. The first one we did was a film called Good Boy, starring Judy Greer. About I think this was a tie-in to like International Dog Day or something like that.
Yeah. International Pets Day or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Judy Greer, who is a middle-aged woman who's dealing with whether she wants to, or she does want to have kids but hasn't found the right person to have kids with. She's reckoning with her age as she gets older, and where she is in her life.
She's just going through a midlife crisis.
Yeah, a midlife crisis is a true midlife crisis. Work's not what she wants it to be. A lot of stressors, so she goes ahead and gets a therapy dog, as you can see sitting in her lap. Little Ruben, the therapy dog, who then ends up brutally murdering anyone who brings any sort of stress or discomfort to her life, and things get very complicated as a result. Connor, what do you think of Good Boy?
I thought it was pretty good. The dog was adorable, and I felt
Ruben.
bad for him. You know,
Little
he's just trying to help out
Yeah.
until the very end. I mean, but like everybody that he eventually murders was pretty shitty to her. So I mean, he's just trying to be a good boy.
Yeah, he's chaotic good, I would say.
Yeah, very chaotic good. But I thought it was pretty good. You know, I wouldn't be able to. It makes sense that this was like an Into the Dark movie and went straight to Hulu. I couldn't picture this going to theaters. It was cheesy, but you know, it was good.
This is pretty much kind of exactly what I imagined Into the Dark movies.
Yeah.
What I understood them to be, because I never really watched them before. This is the first time we're ever reviewing any of these movies on this show. I had like heard about them or seen clips or trailers before, but never really sat down and put aside time to watch. This one felt pretty affirming of my expectations. I was like, yep, this is kind of that, that low budget, doesn't take itself too seriously, horror influence, but always some weird little hook or concept that you maybe, like you said, wouldn't put in a traditional studio film or theatrical release film. And this felt like just a little fun time.
Yeah.
A little fun time. What did you think of Good Boy, Jessica?
I thought it was just a good time, honestly.
Good time.
Yeah, I thought it was just funny. But it definitely had those like jump moments for me.
They always get you.
Me too. Just like one or two of those moments where it just made me jump because I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
But it was just a fun movie. I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would agree. Judy Greer was really good in it.
I love her.
She's good in everything.
Loved her in Cursed. I think that was my one of her.
Yeah, we were just talking about Curse today.
You have to watch it.
I've never seen it.
Watch the unrated version. Don't watch the theatrical cut.
All right.
Okay.
We'll give it a look. I think it's come up on the show before, I think, because I was complaining that there's not enough scary werewolf movies. And here's this one by Craven I've been sleeping on.
Yeah. And the unrated cut is like a half hour longer. and it's more Craven. The theatrical cut is like PG-13, and it's very you can tell the studio wanted something that Craven obviously didn't. So
Did that come out? It seems like something maybe.
2004.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
a little bit later than I thought, because it felt very like that post Scream, later '90s, early 2000s, like teen horror. Like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Boom! It felt like something out of that, which I would think is
Right after.
maybe that's what the studio was.
Yeah,
going
this was like when OC was like happening.
The
So
beginning of the CW era.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dangerous times. The beginning of the end for Counter Breedlove.
but yeah, this I liked it. Judy Greer was, like we've agreed, very good in it.
Yeah.
I just liked the dog. I thought the dog was adorable, and I didn't care that he was killing people.
Well, he wasn't. Are we gonna do spoilers?
Yeah, we're in spoilers. I forgot to make the good boy spoilers.
Yeah.
But good boy spoilers from here on out.
Okay. He wasn't an actual dog though.
It seemed like maybe
He wasn't, because the blood test came back odd.
Yeah, we never really
The
figured
dogs
out.
didn't
Yeah.
like him.
He was just a demon dog.
I think he was an alien.
Oh,
You think so? Because at the end we see him just look a little more demonish.
they kind of got the same ears.
Oh God!
What do you think?
No,
Yeah,
I think he was more of something that wasn't. I don't think he was of something of the earth. I really, really don't. No.
I think he was from Under Earth.
Ooh,
I think he's a fucking demon.
Some
sort of-
something out of earth.
some sort of homunculi pup. Yeah,
I don't know.
I was kind of surprised we didn't get more. I mean, you get to see a proper like puppet transformation at the end, which I'm glad, because you get little hints of it that Ruben's pulling off some moves that traditionally doesn't look like he'd be able to do. So I was glad we got like a funny little evil dog puppet at the end. I love.
Once we get into current Occupant, that is, I will say that this seems like a recurring theme in Into the Dark movies is their endings aren't very closed.
Pretty unresolved.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely on board with you there, and we'll definitely get to it. But yeah, no, this is fun. It was a pretty harmless little movie.
Harmless.
And then there's it's not much to contend with. It's a movie about a killer dog. You have some fun with it, and then you get out.
Dog.
I don't know. I didn't really pause to think about what Ruben actually was until now. So
Oh, I
Yeah, me
did.
neither.
question, because it seems like he's not just a dog. Yeah, he's definitely not just a dog.
Definitely
I
did.
suspect he's not just a dog.
It's just a dog, dude. Just chill.
I mean,
Just have it chill.
if it wasn't important, then why did they include the whole part of the veterinarian calling her back, saying that his blood work came back strange and
Yeah.
that he needed to come in for more testing?
Yeah,
That's very true.
I guess it's just
You know
the
what I mean?
setup, and they're like, you don't need to figure out what it is. You just need the catharsis of finally seeing Ruben viscerally kill people as
Yeah.
as his transformed.
Yeah, I mean, because I thought that, he's a demonic dog.
Yeah,
That's what I
That's what I thought. But then when she mentioned something about his blood work being really strange, I was like, oh, he's an alien.
I thought the blood work thing was to show, because when she was going to the doctors for like freezing her eggs, the like shots she had to take, the side effects was like psychological side effects. And so I thought the blood test thing, with the veterinarian, was just something to show that she wasn't having psychological effects, that this was actually happening. That's what I grabbed from it, but you might be right. Maybe he was more than just a demon dog. I don't know.
When they introduced the element, I was really worried they were gonna reveal, oh, Ruben didn't kill anybody. It was her or something.
Yeah, so I thought that's where I was going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm really glad you got to commit to your demon dog. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
glad-
commit to it fully.
I'm glad that they did.
Busting through that door, just La, 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 la.
Yeah, I was like, thank God we got this.
Yeah.
I needed.
I
this.
love that ending. Just fucking busting through that door, the bottom of the door, just going in.
He really tears them apart too. He doesn't
Yeah.
go for the throat and end it. Like he'll
Oh yeah,
leave
the
guts hanging
girl
out.
that she babysat.
That
Just
first
fucking
guy.
Yeah, that part was nuts. Yeah,
Yeah, she just got dragged under the bed and fucking exploded.
that was a shame.
I don't know what he did to her, but
He just swallowed her whole little half of her whole.
yeah,
Like,
He found
'Cause
all
there
the
was-
blood.
because there's just pools of blood just like coming.
yeah.
Ruben
I was like,
found all
whoa.
her blood and got it out as fast as he could.
He said, "Oh, blood."
Put the blood on the outside. Yeah, that was a shame. I almost forgot that. Because Ruben so far, I mean, he was making things a little tricky. And were people's grievances worthy
just
of that? Probably not.
He just got pretty bored. He was like, "I'm done making this look like accidents."
it was a shame for someone.
He just pooped out the finger. He just left it there.
Oh yeah, he did poop out the finger. He's
Yeah,
big critique of Ruben. He's not very good in covering up his crimes.
I don't think he gives a shit.
well, he did give a shit.
He would if he could. He cares a lot.
I think he cares. I think he cared about his owner. He just didn't care about the people.
And
the other people.
what part affected me was it was when she was leaving Ruben on the side of the road. That got me.
Yeah, that got me too.
Even after all he had done, there's something about having pets your whole life. The thought of having to leave a pet you love on the side of the road, and they don't even understand why you're doing it. That I was like, damn, that actually is making me sad.
I would have taken that dog back after the first time.
you would have brought your receipt out and returned him.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
the thing you were talking about with your kids, that's how I am with my pets.
Yeah.
If say Pickles or Waffles murdered someone,
You cover it up.
I would cover it up. I'd be very forgiving.
Yeah. That I did get that thought in the movie. I was like, oh, that's just her baby.
Yeah.
She's just helping her baby.
He doesn't.
And who knows? Waffles is already halfway there. He's dragging 16-pound bags of cat food into just completely like another room across the apartment. Just
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah, here's a 16-pound bag of food. I don't know how he does it. He's very strong.
Yeah.
I'm honestly frightened for my life. I'm making sure he's not in the room while I'm talking.
Waffles is a good boy.
Yeah.
He is a good boy.
They kill bunnies and birds and chipmunks, and they bring it to us.
Yeah, he actually chewed a mouse in half, so he's done that before. So he's already working on it.
It's natural for them. Well, it is.
People are next.
Maybe it
He-
was natural
Honestly, probably.
just to kill humans. Maybe that's just natural for Ruben.
Stay off counter shitless because Waffles will come through your screen and leave you drowning in a pool of your own blood. Yeah, shoot your finger out on the carpet.
I
Yeah,
recommend it.
yeah,
Yeah, I give it 3 dog treats out of 5.
yeah. I would give it 3 severed poop fingers on the floor.
I was gonna
3 severed poop fingers. All right, I like that. 3 severed poop fingers.
I was gonna say that. You shit.
Well, of course you were. It's the official scale which we review movies on. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I give it 3 severed poop fingers too.
It's unanimous.
3 little digits sitting on the floor.
3 little digits.
Yeah, it was good. A good, fun, lighthearted,
Yeah.
silly, crazy little movie.
Yeah, and it was like an hour and a half long. It was
Yeah.
pretty short.
Quick and breezy, which I think is also a staple of these Into the Dark things.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you didn't see Good Boy yet, give it a shot. That's also from, I should mention, Tyler McIntyre, who directed Tragedy Girls, which is a good little
Okay,
kind of
that
fun
makes sense then. Yeah.
slasher thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, he makes good movies, and that was a good, fun movie. We reviewed another one. This is the most recent Into the Dark film that came out this month, I guess to tie into 4th of July. This one is called The Current Occupant, a film that opens up in a man in a mental hospital, a mental ward, who has to undergo a series of either brainwashing tests or counter brainwashing tests, all that build up in the end to him thinking he is in fact the president of the United States, and he has been placed here as some sort of grand political conspiracy, and it's he's plotting his escape amongst the other inmates and trying to figure out who he really is. I'll take it in reverse order around the room. Jessica, what did you think of the current occupant?
It's because I didn't like it.
It's okay.
That sucked.
Sucked. Whoa.
Harsh. I thought it sucked. I did. There were just a lot of things that didn't make sense to me. I thought it was just like ping-ponging back and forth. I thought it didn't know what it wanted to be. I don't know.
Not a fan. And you were looking forward to this.
I was looking so forward to this movie because I thought, it's going to be so good. And then there were so many times that I looked over at Taylor and I was like, fucking really?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's too bad.
And it was so predictable. It was so fucking predictable.
Yeah, which is not what you want from your psychological what's real, what isn't thriller is knowing what's going to happen. You want to always be asking questions, you know?
Yeah, and I just did not, I could not wait for this movie to be over.
And again, we just said how short these movies are. This was again like an hour 26. I want to say, something like that. Not even quite 90 minutes. So
it's like 125, I think.
Yeah.
There was just hardly anything in this movie that I actually enjoyed.
It's a shame.
It was.
What did you think, Semen Demon?
Get the bag.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
Wait. Did she seriously not know he's the Semen Demon?
No.
She had no idea what we were talking about.
No, I had no idea.
And no, people still don't really know. They'll have to tune in tomorrow on our YouTube channel to find out. Watch the Reely trivia show.
Connor?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not Semen Demon.
Oh, you're okay.
Like
no,
Taylor Cleek isn't the Ranger.
I'm not. You know what? And that's a fair point. I sympathize with your plight because
Taylor the Ranger Cleek.
Take that on this program. So you're saying you've also been. This is slander.
What?
You're not.
I'm not the Semen Demon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what do you think of the film?
I thought it was okay. There's some stuff I figured out right away, like spoilers, his wife, like that stalker was actually his wife, who was actually dead, and she was in his head. Knew that. The rest of it I was trying to figure out for the movie. So some of it I still felt like those things were left unanswered. I thought the ending was just very ambiguous. It just seemed like it posed more questions than answers. A bunch of plot threads that didn't really go anywhere. Overall, I just thought it was okay. There was enough that kept me interested, but by the end of the movie, with the whole end of the movie, I gave up. I was like, oh, I was waiting for something crazy to happen when she was really concerned when he was going up the elevator. It wasn't like she was trying to mess with his head. She actually really did not want him to go up there. And then it was just
more asylum.
What?
You're still here?
What? It just didn't make sense to me, and I just thought a lot of these plot threads and things they introduced just didn't go anywhere, or just flat out didn't make any sense.
Yeah. I think for me, because I thought the premise and the setup of this was really cool. I thought what a fun, weird idea. Guy wakes up in a mental hospital, believes he's the president. That sounds like such a paranoid delusion, but the movie would give you enough reason to think, well, he might actually be, and trying to figure out how he got there. I thought that's really cool. Sort of a cuckoo's nest thing, but you have these I thought some of the imagery in it was cool, like the visual test. I loved the guy in the suit with the
weird head. Yeah,
dead. Yeah,
That was cool.
I love that.
that was probably my
Yeah.
favorite part of the whole movie. Is
Yeah,
that
That's it.
that cool visual. But when you have a movie like this, you set that's the question you pose: is he the president or not?
Yeah, the
And
question that they ask him throughout the test is it more likely someone wakes up in a hospital as the president or the president waking up in a mental hospital?
yeah,
Like that question that they pose is asked throughout the movie, and it's such an interesting question, like you were saying.
yeah. You pose that, and you pose it to the audience, and then the fun of the movie is constantly diverting and pivoting around your expectations and making it hard for you to figure it out, making it not predictable, and by the end giving you a solution that you don't want to do either of those things. Either he is the president, but why he's there is going to be super interesting, or he's not, and why he's there is going to be super interesting, or he's just not, and he's a crazy person. I think, like both of you guys said, it was pretty predictable. I think from the first scene he's talking to that friendly nurse, it's obvious she's not a real person.
Mm-hmm.
And every subsequent scene, it gets more and more obvious. So when you have the reveal, it's not satisfying at all or shocking. And unfortunately, when you finally figure out who he is, which they're still playing games with it where like he doesn't, but they're like, well, you're a failed politician. You tried to run for city council and you tried to run for Congress and it never worked. And you went to a presidential rally and you and your wife got, it was just like, it just wasn't a satisfying reveal. I was like, because the whole time I was watching, I was like, well, this isn't great so far. But hopefully the reveal of what's going on is going to tie it in a way that makes me go, oh, that's really interesting. I didn't see that coming. But it didn't have that, unfortunately. Or
No,
it gave a backstory, but it was just like, oh, okay. It's just completely unrelated to any of this. He's just some guy, and he's delusional, and that's it.
yeah, and when that was revealed, why are they messing with this guy then? Like, why are they doing all these things to him? So you're like, well, this can't be true. Otherwise, like, he would just be some guy then. So what's really going on? But they never go there.
Yeah, I guess only just to try to break his delusion that he's the president, I guess. But they're so especially cruel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And it's just, there's so many parts in the movie that are so dramatic that it makes it so unrealistic that make it just not entertaining. That's just what the one thing about the movie that I just did not enjoy about it. It's like, even for the part where the electrocution part, like that part was just so dramatic. It didn't make sense to me. Like, I knew right away she was not being electrocuted. And then she was so dramatic in her response of being electrocuted.
And again, why do all that if he's just some guy?
Exactly.
Obviously, okay, it's like you want to treat him and help him get better, but this place doesn't actually seem to have the best interests of any of its patients in mind. So why did
Like, he made him kill someone, and then like sent like some of the other patients in to like beat the shit out of him, but in turn he beats the shit. Like, why are they doing this to him?
Be so upset about it.
Yeah, if there isn't some grander scheme going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still like how they end the movie. They like, you believe he's just some guy.
Yeah, he's just some.
But like, that negates the rest of the movie and all the events that are happening in the movie. Because they like, even like, it would make sense if it was played out like the movie Unsing.
Yeah. Oh, great comparison. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that one, like, yes, it's a terrible hospital and they're trying to keep her there, but like there's something more going on to where it makes sense why this is going on.
And they do a great job of walking that line of, is she crazy or does she have a valid point? Is she delusional or is something happening? And this wants that, because it's a movie about delusional man in a mental hospital, but you see everything coming from a mile away, and there's no surprises in it.
Yeah, and it doesn't resolve anything. There's no
Yeah.
reason why, like, how the movie is at face value, there's no reason why they're doing this to him.
Yeah,
They're just
There's
dicks.
absolutely no reason.
none whatsoever. And
But if they like revealed something at the very end,
or even in the
they
beginning.
could have done that to make the rest of the movie make sense.
Yeah, you want that
At
reveal.
face value, the reveal at the very end negates the rest of the movie.
It's like a Shutter Island thing, you know.
Mhm.
Shutter Island does that too, where it's like you think you're on board, you've got the plot. Nope, there was this whole other thing going on the entire time, and once you find it out, it makes the movie make even more sense, and it's compelling. And this just didn't have that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I don't think that a little low budget Hulu joint's got to be Scorsese,
No, I just
but there was
But
a better thing you could have done with this premise, I think.
there's
simple details of like hitting the guy across the head with a pipe or something, and then next frame you see him, he's completely fine. He has no indication of being hit in the head.
yeah.
There's no blood on him.
Wait,
There's no bruising. Nothing.
But here's the thing: Into the Dark's done like this, like psychological thing with satisfying results before. With I'm just fucking with you. Like the whole movie, like you don't know if this guy's just messing with this other guy or if like he's really crazy, and like it has a satisfying result. This is just like a slop. They're throwing things against the wall, seeing what sticks, with no satisfying like end or plot thread ending. Like it's just kind of just a slop of ideas.
And it does leave a lot of questions, but honestly, I'm not interested in knowing the answer.
Yeah, I would not be interested in a follow-up and finding anything out about these characters.
Yeah, I wish it had turned out he was the president, and what the events that put him there could have been really compelling.
Which would be like the most humane, I think, result, I feel like, because they treat him like such shit.
Yeah.
And the thing, because you would think that putting him through all of that was because he is the president of the United States and they're trying to get through to him for a better result for whatever reason, for the greater good or whatever. But it just seems like he's just some regular Joe and they're just torturing him for whatever reason.
Do you think these are the cognitive tests that Trump had to take this past week? What is it? He's like man, woman, person, TV camera. You think he was sitting in front of one of those screens? That dude would press the electrocute button in half a second.
Yeah, he'd be like, fuck it.
Would you kill a loved one or 1,000 innocent children? He would kill them both.
all of them.
And can he kill some more?
Only 100,000? We do a little bit more.
Do I still get to tan? Answer. Oh man.
How many? It's like an object from this. How many man, woman, person, TV camera do you see?
Oh my god, I can't do that. There was really nothing interesting from this movie that like we could even put into a rating scale.
How many
cognitive tests?
Yeah.
How many psychiatric pills?
How many? I can't think. Yeah, I can't think of like a good set piece or something for our silly idea. I give it one of those.
How many red bouncy balls?
Yeah, I give it one of those. Yeah, I'm gonna give this movie a 1. I'm gonna pass it to you, Connor.
Shit. Okay. I give it 1 red bouncy ball.
Here comes you. Good catch.
I give it half.
Ooh.
Oh, not even a full bouncy ball.
And it's just flat because it's not even a full.
Yeah, it's half inflated.
Went in halvesies.
Did not enjoy that movie at all.
Well, we went into the dark for the first time, and we saw some things we liked and some that we just didn't really care about at all, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's a mixed bag over there. You got a different team making each one, is my understanding. So I mean, Good Boy was good enough that if there's an interesting premise for another one, I'll probably look at it again. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll go into the dark again some other day. We're not going to do it next week though, because next week we're going to check out the directorial debut of one Dave Franco when we watch The Rental.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Is this available on VOD already or not quite yet? I'm not sure.
I think it's the 27th.
27th. Okay. So yeah, when we come back on the 30th, we'll be talking about The Rental. I know this is also getting a drive-in release, so if you got one near you, scope it out. Maybe you can watch The Rental.
It doesn't come out until the drive-in here until the 31st.
Oh, damn.
I know. Isn't that so sad?
That's a big boner.
A big boner?
So you're very excited that it comes out the day after the podcast?
That's the traditional sense of the word boner. It's like that's how you used to say boner before. Anyway, we'll talk about The Rental. I'm looking forward to that one. That one looks pretty cool.
It looks super scary.
Yeah, very tense Airbnb thriller.
And don't forget about our very aquatic and gross August.
Oh, you want me to go find a barge person photo again? I don't have.
No, you don't have to load him up. That's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna have a creepy wet August, a lot of wet movies.
Moist.
But yeah, next week we're doing The Rental first, which looks like it's like a nice seaside cabin, so we might still get a little wet next week. But not too wet. I don't want to mess up the pages of my book because we're also doing our Lovecraft Country book club discussion. Instead of last time when we did, a novella every week, this month we're doing the whole book in one episode. We've got a couple folks coming on. I'm really excited to have like a real proper book club discussion. And that's all, of course, coming before August when we'll also be doing our Lovecraft Country episode breakdown week to week once the HBO series starts. So come back next week for The Rental. Come back next week for our discussion of Lovecraft Country by Matt Ruff. I'm very excited about that one. I'm the plug master. I'm the plug master right now. Is Matt trying to plug master? Matt has returned to the
I am. Lovecraft Country was actually like the perfect time for me to pop back up here. Just remember this weekend also is Comic-Con at home. Saturday, there is actually the HBO Lovecraft Country panel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch that at home. Also Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Constantine 15th Anniversary panel. At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Nosferatu, the AMC show. And also at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Scary Good TV with Horror's top showrunners via Shudder, and that's 9 p.m. So, yeah. And then tonight, after the show in like 10-15 minutes, you can check out Comic-Con at home and check out Shudder's Horror is Queer panel. So there's that also.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Matt Thomas coming through with the Comic-Con info. I'm glad somebody did because I definitely dropped the ball on that one. A lot of cool to look at. And perhaps will give us lots of stuff to talk about next week on this show during our news segment. But hopefully not too much because we got a ton to talk about in our reviews next week.
Yeah, and that's going to be a late show. We will be doing 9 p.m.
And you guys
starting at 9?
And you guys will be until 12.
Yeah. I don't think Jessica and I will be in the same frame next week. That's way past their bedtime. That's my bedtime. Oh boy, I hope all the
Taylor, you don't have a bedtime. Let's be honest.
I'm a functioning member of society these days. I got a bedtime. And I hope my friends don't have bedtimes because they got to stay up and talk about books.
Maybe
we'll do Lovecraft Country first. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, a lot of good stuff. Brew some coffee, drink some G Fuel, so you can stay up a little bit past your bedtime next week. We've got a lot of good stuff to talk about. Yeah. Obviously, you're watching this on some platform.
If you want to take a dive into, the sour beer realm, might you want to try a Urban Artifact photo booth? It's a grapefruit ghost. It's sour, tangy, and bold. It's perfect to pair with, a nice chocolate ice cream or something like that, or nice chocolate cheesecake. Either way, just go ahead and pick this up. You can find it at your local grocery store. It's a good beer.
Cheesecake. That's about all we got.
Short episode.
Yeah,
Short
under
episode.
2 hours. I can't believe this happened. We did it, guys.
Under 2 hours. I feel like
we did it.
Do you guys want to? Anything else you guys just want to talk about for like 40 minutes?
I want to talk about how I'm ready for the Demon to tear through the really trivia showdown tomorrow. I'm ready.
I'm sure he'll be all right. I do want to talk about the cool food review that I released yesterday. If you have not seen that, you can check it out. Find out some good dining recommendations. So go ahead and check that out. You can find it on my Twitter and my Instagram. It's very insightful.
Right up there.
What's up?
Twitter's
right up there. It's very insightful, and I think maybe you'll find a good place to eat.
From Monster Energy Drink.
Oh, Monster Energy Drink's texting us. They want the plug. Well, you got to pay up if you want the plug master to read their text messages. Like in closing, obviously you're watching us on some platform.
Or listening to us.
Or listening, because what are we on?
Well, that's the thing. You can check it. You can watch us on Twitch. You can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, or SoundCloud. So find all those platforms where you can watch the Trivia Showdown tomorrow on YouTube. And, of course, come back here. We'll be streaming live every Thursday with all the spookiest stuff for our ghouls and goblins.
And Sunday, we do have a Who Are They Real Talk. We'll be talking Comic-Con news, and we'll be having a discussion with Lou DiNardo about just the independent projects he's working on currently. So there's that going.
Fantastic. A lot of stuff to look forward to. Of course, thank you for joining us tonight. We're getting out early, and it's almost
Plug Master, right? Plug Master.
Time too. So it's time for us to end the show, it seems. All right. So good night, my friends.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for joining.
Ghouls.
Bye,
Stay
ghouls.
spooky.